Consider Me Lucky. She's got the rail advantage for the Hagler. Then All-American Candy from Post 2 and Todd Treitz. Cowboys Don't Lie. Mike Downey. Stephen Treitz and Expensive Marlene from 4 and outside 5. Smooth Putnam and Sam Hodgen. Field of 5, race 1. Here they come. They're off and pacing and going for the lead. All-American Candy, Consider Me Lucky on the inside and using the rail to her advantage, trying to hold off All-American Candy for the lead, but Treitz gets there and takes over to the opening 8th. Takes the lead now with All-American Candy. Consider Me Lucky gets away, racing in 2nd. Then 3rd, Cowboys Don't Lie. Expensive Marlene sits back in 4th and trailing 5th. Smooth Putnam, single file order to the opening quarter. By that opening quarter in 30-2. 30-2 opener for All-American Candy. And Treitz sits on top. Consider Me Lucky in the 2-hole trip, racing 2nd, back 3rd. Still is Cowboys Don't Lie. Then on the outside and moving, here comes Smooth Putnam. And now shuffle to the back of the pack. That is Expensive Marlene. And she'll follow the cover from 5th as they approach the half. Only about 4 lengths separating the field halfway home. And the leader up top, All-American Candy. And Treitz looking for a win, 197. He's over the half, 103 around the turn, led by All-American Candy. Then Consider Me Lucky 2nd outside. And driving 3rd, that is Smooth Putnam. Then racing 4th, locked in, Cowboys Don't Lie. And Expensive Marlene is going to try it from 5th. Onto the 3/4 they go. And under a drive, All-American Candy. Then Consider Me Lucky. What a nice trip this mare has had in the 2-hole. 3/4 won. 32 seconds in the 3rd split. All-American Candy, a comfortable length and a quarter lead. Then outside, Consider Me Lucky, off the rail to challenge now. Here comes Cowboys Don't Lie, but they got to catch All-American Candy, and Rockin' Todd goes to work on her, and they're getting to her. Cowboys Don't Lie on the outside, and he's going to win it all in the home stretch, and Cowboys Don't Lie wins it and gets home the best for driver Mike Downey. And the time for the mile, 2:06. And the starters for our second race in behind the gate. And approaching top of the stretch, Rachel Down, Steve Mason, Smooth Sammy G, and Todd Treitz. Nell on Wheels and Bo Sowers, Dusty Lane Rosa, Ed Harvey, Mary B. Lucky, Mike Downey. Billy and Bud, Charlie Miles, Rumpus Stars get the outside, and Stephen Treitz. And a field of 7 here in race 2. Here they come. They're off and pacing, and a good start to this one. All of them firing out of there. The first 2 horses away well, and Mary B. Lucky is their 3 wide around the turn. Rachel Down, Mary B. Lucky on the outside now going for it. Then Smooth Sammy is stacked up in between them. And Sandwich straight in the middle is her 3 wide. Up the backside. Then racing back in 4th and now taking over 3rd. That's Nell on Wheels. Then backing off Mary B. Lucky. And Downey had to go to plan B, and he had to take back all the way to 5th as the front end plays out here. Quarter 31-1. Rachel Down leads. Smooth Sammy's going to get the worst of this one as Treitz tries to get to the lead. He's parked though. Then racing 3rd in the 3-hole. That is Nell on Wheels. Racing back in 4th, Rumpus Star as they approach the half. Then it's back to Mary B. Lucky. Then on the outside, driving Dusty Lane Rosa. And trailing the field, Billy and Bud halfway home. And they were there, 102-3 around the turn. Rachel Down leads. Then racing 2nd on the inside is Nell on Wheels. Then 3rd up the inside, looking good is Rumpus Star. Then 4th, Mary B. Lucky, Smooth Sammy. is starting to let go in fifth and going backwards here. Then on the outside, Dusty Lane, Rosa, Billy, and Bud takes the inside route onto the three-quarters. Rachel Down and Steve Mason looking to go all the way. And still on top, three-quarters, 135. And 3 around the turn. Rachel Down now on wheels. Has had a nice trip. Mary B. Lucky is in the thick of things. Then Billy and Bud now comes to fourth with an eighth of a mile to go. Still anybody's horse race. Rachel Down inside. Mary B. Lucky on the outside. Now on wheels is there on the inside. But it's going to be Rachel Down and Steve Mason. And out of nowhere comes Dusty Lane Rosa to get the deuce on the outside. 2:06 and 4 the mile. But it's Rachel Down and Steve Mason here in race 2. And back to the winner's circle. Winner of race 2, number 1, Rachel Down. Rachel Down's the daughter of Largo. Out of the Happy Paysack mare, First Paysack. Owned by the Downey Stables of St. John, trained and driven by Steve Mason. Win 2 of the season for Rachel Down. And that's a brand new lifetime mark for her today. 2:06 and 4. It's Rachel Down and a new lifetime best. 2:06 and 4 here in race 2. And the starters for the third in behind the starting gate. Gate is in motion. And here's the field in order of posts. Bold Ryan and Lonnie Stokes and Kara's All-American and Mark Haig. RR's Wanderer, Gilles Barrio, Pembroke Payment, Mike Downey, Humna Humna Humna, and Sam Hodgen. Bert and Bert and Todd Treitz, and outside Expo Stream, and Stephen Treitz. They leave just the way your program shows here. 1 through 7. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Bold Ryan, a good start. Humna 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 to the outside as they make their way into the first turn. And Kara's All-American gets away racing in third at the cones. And Bert 3 wide on the outside. And driving on East Park so far as Bold Ryan takes them up the backside. Then Bert comes to call on the outside second. Kara's All-American racing third. Humna 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 gets away racing in fourth. Then fifth, Expo Stream at the cones. Then it's back to Pembroke Payment. RR's Wanderer can see them all as they were by that opening quarter. 30 seconds flat up front and cutting it. Bold Ryan on the outside. Bert getting the park job here. Then inside, Kara's All-American third. On the outside, fourth, moving Humna Humna Humna. Then at the pylons, locked in at this point as they approach the half. Expo's Dream. Then to the outside goes Pembroke Payment. RR's Wanderer can see them all, still halfway home by that opening half. 1:02 and 2, 32 and 2 in that second quarter, led by Bold Ryan. Then racing second, Kara's All-American. Outside, Bert is still there. Then racing fourth inside is Expo's Dream. There goes Pembroke Payment on the outside, tipping out 3 wide, rushing on fourth and going on. And he's 3 wide, makes his way now to second. Bold Ryan, Pembroke Payment on the outside coming to him. Bert 3/4, 134 and 4 around the turn. Pembroke Payment. Then on the inside, Bold Ryan. Outside third, Bert Kara's All-American as they come off the turn. And Pembroke Payment has taken over. Bold Ryan trying to fight back on the inside. Then Kara's All-Americans gets loose from third, but it's going to be Mike Downey and Pembroke Payment. Kara's All-American on the outside might have got the deuce ahead of Bold Ryan. They were tight, the 2 stable entries, second and third. Time for the mile, 2, 4 and 1. Last quarter, 30 and a fifth. And back to the winner's circle. Winner of race number 3, it's Pembroke Payment. The 3 entry, owned by the Downey Racing Stable of Newport, Maine, is a 3-year-old son of Ditcham, or daughter rather, of Ditcham. Out of the Logmare, Partial Payment. She's owned by the Downey Stables, Racing Stables, trained and driven by Mike Downey. And for Pembroke Payment, it's her 5th win of the season, and the mile 2:04.1. Stephen Trites, Tigress Colleen, Mark Haig. ROF Racing High, Sam Hodgen. Then Fundiana, Lonnie Stokes, and Wild Cherry to the outside. And driver Todd Trites. Field of 7. Here in race number 4, here they come. They're off and pacing. Good start for Kane Rise again. She's busting out of there and taking the lead. Then on the inside, Golden Days going with her around the first turn, and they're neck and neck. And some confusion there in the backfield. And on the outside was Tigress Colleen. I'm the big dog up the inside, and he takes over 3rd. Then Fundiana on the outside. Tigress Colleen now sits 5th. Then to the outside, ROF Racing High moves on, and Wild Cherry, I'm the big dog, is skipped, and a bit rough as they make their way past the opening quarter. And Chris Davies freewheeling on the lead here with Golden Days by that opening quarter, 31 and 30-1. And up top and cutting it, Golden Days. Kane Rise again as a perfect 2-hole ride. Then back in 3rd, Fundiana, ROF Racing High. Wild Cherry's on the move now, and she gets to 4th. Then I'm the big dog, and back to Tigress Colleen as they approach the half. And your leader up front and cutting it, Golden Days. Fundiana out again, and she's out to drive. Kane Rise again, 1:01 and 4. That opening half round the paddock turn. Golden Days on the front. Racing 2nd, Kane Rise again, Fundiana. On the outside, 3rd, Wild Cherry locked in now, 4th. Then racing 5th on the outside, ROF Racing High. Then it's I'm the big dog, and trailing with the inquiry up, Tigress Colleen. Onto the 3/4 they go. Golden Days and Young Davies trying to go all the way here, and they were by the 3/4, 1:33 and 4 around the turn. Golden Days. Kane Rise again, then racing 3rd. Now Wild Cherry is broken loose. Will she have time here, though? With an 1/8 of a mile to go, Golden Days. Wild Cherry on the outside 2nd, and she's mowing down the leader here. Wild Cherry, and she loves the drop in class here today, and she's going to win it. And in for 2nd was Golden Days. Tight for 3rd, Kane Rise again, and ROF Racing High. They were tight, and the time for the mile, 2:04 and 4. It's Wild Cherry. And back to the winner's circle, winner of race number 4, number 7, Wild Cherry. 7-year-old daughter of Chill Factor out of the Big Towner mare, Luella Hanover. Owned by Tommy Gunn of St. John, trained by Andrew Ward, Todd Trites. In the driver's seat, she's in double digits again this year and wins. It's her 10th on the season. And the mile this afternoon, 2:04 and 4. Wild Cherry and Todd Trites win 197 for driver Todd Trites on the season. And he clicks here with Wild Cherry, 2:04 and 4. Top of the stretch now. Race 5, claiming pacers lining up. Dr. Cashin, Mike Downey, Dillinger's Lady, Todd Trites, Jacob, and Chris Davies, Rapid Cane, Joe Barrio, Fox Valley Merlin, and Stephen Trites' 6th entry has been scratched. As we have a field of 5. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Jake about to step to take the lead. Rapid Cane will look for the 2-hole. Around the first turn, Jacob has it. Then racing 2nd, Rapid Cane ducking in on the outside. Fox Valley Merlin on the outside, driving on from 3rd. And racing 4th, Dr. Cashin. And trailing the field up the backside, Dillinger's Lady, as they march on to the opening quarter, led by Jacob and Chris Davies. Cutting another one here, and he's out by a 1.5 lengths. Rapid Cane is going to try the pocket trip on him here in the 2-hole. That opening quarter, 30-1. Jacob on top. Sitting 2nd, Rapid Cane. Fox Valley Merlin is patiently sitting inside 3rd. Dr. Cashin 4th. and trailing fifth, Dillinger's Lady. No one out to challenge Jacob yet on the front end. He's on his way here and unchallenged so far. As they approach the half, Jacob leads a length and a half, and Rapid Cane still riding in the two-hole. Everybody just sitting. Then back in third, Fox Valley Merlin, and he got the half, 103 as they round the turn. Jacob, Rapid Cane in the two-hole. Back in third, Fox Valley Merlin. Then fourth, Dillinger's Lady, and trailing the field, Dr. Cashin. Up the backside they go. Jacob Rapid Cane is staying with them in the two-hole. Then racing back in third, Fox Valley Merlin. Then outside, Dillinger's Lady and a trailing Dr. Cashin. Jacob and Chris Davies goes to work on him here. 134-1. Jacob Rapid Cane's going to try him here in this last quarter. Here he comes out from second with an eighth to go. Jacob on the inside, Rapid Cane on the outside, hitting hard, deep stretch. Jacob, Rapid Cane on the outside, Jacob inside. Jacob is going to hold him off. Win 21 for the Roan Pacer, and he holds off Rapid Cane, who had the perfect shot to beat him in the two-hole and couldn't get it done. Jacob wire to wire again this afternoon, and the time for the mile today, 2-4, and it's Jacob and Chris Davies win 21. And parading back for the 21st time this season. 21 wins now for number 3, Jacob. He's the son of Blissful Hall out of the Logmare Salt Shaker, and Ken Fudge and Dave Mitchell. Kenny does the training of the Roan Pacer. Chris Davies on board for the second straight week. And second straight win, third straight win actually for him. Second with Chris in the bike. Chris picks up his 13th driving win of the season. So congratulations to Chris. And what can you say about Jacob? 21 wins on the season, and he wins again today, and he's got another shot next week. Jacob win 21, and he does it here this afternoon. 2:04. And Steve Mason, Star Collector, and Ed Harvey, Franco Croupier, and Mike Downey. Oh My Beautiful Doll, Todd Trites, I Wish, and Lonnie Stokes. Falcons Quick and Mark Haig and Elm Grove Bandit. He rounds them out here. Gilles Barrio outside. Field of 7 here in race 6. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Good start. Star Collector busting out of there, and he can leave the gate. And he does this afternoon with post 2 going for the lead. On the inside, Georgetown gets away well, and he's in the 2-hole right now. Then on the outside, Elm Grove Bandit. And he fires out of there today from post 7 on the outside, driving up and going for the lead. Star Collector has it. Elm Grove Bandit on the outside, hitting hard second, then back in third, Georgetown, as they move to the opening quarter by that marker. And up front, Action Park to the lead, but getting there now is Elm Grove Bandit. Star Collector took him there, 30 seconds, and Georgetown back in a third. Franco Croupier from fourth. Then on the outside, I Wish, Oh My Beautiful Doll, and trailing the field past the 3/8. Falcons Quick, but he's on the move from the back of the pack. Elm Grove Bandit leading. Then racing second, Star Collector. Back third, Georgetown, Franco Croupier. I Wish, Oh My Beautiful Doll. Minute and 1/5, minute 4/5, and Falcons Quick trails around the paddock turn. Elm Grove Bandit, Star Collector, what a nice trip he's got in the 2-hole. Back third, Georgetown, and he's tipped to the outside from third. Then I Wish, Franco Croupier, Oh My Beautiful Doll, and trailing from the back of the pack. Falcons quick. Elm Grove Bandit under a drive here. Star Collector on the outside going for it, and Star Collector takes it by the 3/4, 1:32-1. Star Collector now to the lead. Elm Grove Bandit is racing second. Franco Croupier third. Then on the outside and driving fourth, I wish with an eighth of a mile to go. It's all Star Collector in the home stretch. Star Collector, then Elm Grove Bandits holding second. Oh, my beautiful doll, a late surge, but it's going to be Star Collector, and he wins at Elm Grove Bandit. Gets the deuce, and for third, oh my beautiful doll. Time for the mile, 2:03-4. A nice win, Star Collector, and a new lifetime best for the horse. And back to the winner's circle. Third win in his last 4 starts. Number 2, Star Collector. Son of Collector Road out of the Quality Blue Chip mare, Quality Star. Owned by Percy Grant of Newburgh, New Brunswick. Trained and driven by Ed Harvey. And a late bloomer here this season. 3 of his last 4, he's found the winner's circle. And he's lowered his mark again, 2:03-4. So congratulations to the connections of Star Collector. Another nice win for him here, 2:03-4. Congratulations. Behind the gate here for race 7. Racklin Fine Line, Todd Trites. Educated, Mike Downey. Then Quality of Money, Mark Haig. Dusty Lane Buster, Lonnie Stokes. Woodmere Flying Ryan has been scratched. Buster Blue Chip and Jill Barrio, Real Courtesy. And Stephen Trites. Down to a field of 6 here in race number 7. With the scratch of Woodmere Flying Ryan. Field of 6, here they come. They're off and pacing and busting out for the lead. Buster Blue Chip from the outside. Then inside is Educated. Real Courtesy is wide around the turn. Then racing in 4th at the pylons. That's Racklin Fine Line. Then fifth, that's Quality of Money. And trailing 6 up the backside, that's Dusty Lane Buster on way, and they've all found a home to the opening quarter mile, and led by Educated. The field is bunching up, though, here, and the leader up top, Educated, and right up tight second was Buster Blue Chip by that opening quarter. In 30-2, Educated, then Buster Blue Chip in the 2-hole. Outside, Real Courtesy, first up on the outside from 3rd. Then racing 4th inside is Racklin Fine Line. Making a move, Dusty Lane Buster comes to the outside to 5th. Then Quality of Money shuffled back, but he's out and moving. 3 in and 3 out halfway home, led by Educated, and she leads Real Courtesy by that opening half, 1:01-4. And around the turn they go. It's still Educated. Then racing second on the outside, Real Courtesy. Buster Blue Chip on the inside. Then racing 4th, Racklin Fine Line. Up driving, that is Dusty Lane Buster. And trailing Quality of Money onto the 3/4 they go. Educated. Then up the inside, Buster Blue Chip now second. Real Courtesy racing back in 3rd. 3/4, 1:32-2, Educated, and in the 2-hole, Buster Blue Chip's going to get a shot here. Then up the inside, watch Racklin Fine Line. He finally has some real estate, and last week he flew home, and he's in the hunt again. Educated, then Buster Blue Chip, Racklin Fine Line on the outside. Deep stretch, though, and it's Buster Blue Chip taking over, and a perfect pocket trip execution there. Barrio and Buster Blue Chip gets up to win it in the home stretch. Racklin Fine Line and Educated. 2:02-3. Fastest mile of the afternoon so far. 2:02-3. It's Buster Blue Chip. Race 8, our backup class of the afternoon, is Dance Hanover, Todd Trites. Emily J. Down and Steve Mason. Always Jarwa and Wayne Hubbard. Legendary One and Jill Berry. Oh, Awesome Bert's got the outside of 5. Here in the 8th race, field of 5. Top of the stretch. Here they come. They are off and pacing. Dance Hanover steps out for the lead on the outside. Awesome Bert gets away from post 5 and is on the outside. Around the turn, Emily J. Down gets away 3rd. Always Jarwa 4th, and Legendary One takes a back seat and trails 5th as they have all got positions assigned now as they make their way up the backside for the first time. Dance Hanover on top, then Awesome Bert in the 2-hole trip 2nd, then racing back in 3rd, Emily J. Down. Always Jarwa sits in from 4th, and trailing 5th is Legendary One, and 31 and 3 that opening quarter. And up front, Dance Hanover cutting it. Awesome Bird is racing 2nd, and the backfield in motion now, and on the outside driving up on the outside and driving, that's Legendary One. On the outside trying to make a quick move here. Dance Hanover, and on the outside Legendary One, and they race neck and neck to the opening half. Then back in 3rd, Awesome Bird. Always Jarwa, and then racing back in 5th, Emily J. Down, minute 4/5, or 103 and 4 the half, and the half 103 and 4 as they hit the backside. Dance Hanover. Then on the outside, Legendary One made that first over sacrifice. Then Awesome Bert racing 3rd up the inside. Then 4th, Always Jarwa, and trailing 5th, Emily J. Down. 3/4, 134 and 130 and 2 in that 3rd quarter after some pedestrian-like fractions in this one. Dance Hanover has the lead of half a length. Legendary One. Then Always Jarwa on the outside as they tip off the turn for home. Dance Hanover. Dance Hanover in deep stretch. Then on the outside, Always Jarwa. Trites is going to get win 198. Awesome Bert up the inside, but you're not going to beat Dance Hanover off those fractions. And the time for the mile, 2:04 and 3. Last half minute, 4/5. And back with his 198th victory of the season, driver Todd Trites aboard number 1, Dance Hanover. Dance Hanover is the son of Estrellos, son of the top-notcher mare, Drop Your Riggin', owned by the Ultimate Stable of Dieppe. Seafoy Melanson trains Todd Trites in the driver's seat this afternoon, and again win 198 for driver Todd Trites as he wins with Dance Hanover. And the mile, 2:04 and 3. And the stutters for the 9th race all set to go here. We have Freestone Lexi and Lonnie Stokes. We'll see our Dolly Dance and Rick Collins. Then Lucky Northern Star and Mike Downey. Daya Harlaka and Jill Berry, All-American Theta. And Stephen Trites, Haxboy, and Chris Davies, Incredible Thrill. And Sam Hodgen. And a break on All-American Theta before the start. Here they come. They are off and pacing. Freestone Lexi gets an easy trip to the front here, and she's got the lead, and they all duck in behind her into the first turn. Racing 2nd, we'll see our Dolly Dance. Lucky Northern Star under a tight line, and they're all bunching up again here. And back in 4th, Daya Harlaka. Then 5th to the inside, Hacks Boy. Then on the outside, Incredible Thrill, and trailing after making that break, that is All-American Theta as they make their way to the opening quarter, and Stokes stacks them up here with Freestone Lexi, and she's looking for her 3rd straight win after an opening quarter, 31 and 1. Freestone Lexi in the 2-hole, we'll see our Dolly Dance. Then on the outside, driving 3rd, First up, here comes Daya Harlaka. On the move to the outside, now comes to third. Then racing fourth at the cones is Lucky Northern Star. She's still under a tight line. Then Incredible Thrill, Hacks Boy on the move, and All-American Theta's going to move 3 wide from the back of the pack. They were halfway home. 102 and 4 around the turn they go. Freestone Lexi. Then racing second, we'll see our Dolly Dance, Daya Harlaka. On the outside now, he paces on to second. Then we'll see our Dolly Dance, looks for racing room. On the outside, fourth, Incredible Thrill. Then racing fifth, inside, Lucky Northern Star. Then it's back to All-American Theta. And trailing Hacks Boy, they're still toe-to-toe, 3/4, 1, 34 and 3. Lexi, she loves it on top, and she's got a half-length lead still as they drive to the final 8th. It's Freestone Lexi, then Daya Harlaka on the outside, made that first up move, and they're trying to catch the leader. Freestone Lexi, Daya Harlaka, we'll see our Dolly Dance up the inside, but Lexi's got her third straight win in a row. Freestone Lexi and Lonnie Stokes, 3 in a row, and the time for the mile, 2:04 and 2. Freestone Lexi and Lonnie Stokes. And back to the winner's circle. Her third straight win. Number 1, Freestone Lexi. She is a 10-year-old daughter of Kentucky Spur, the Matt Scooter mare, Stone Free. Alma Von Pease of Appleton, Maine, trained by John Davidson. And Lonnie Stokes drives the mare to victory. Third straight win. And she's got 12 now on the season. Freestone Lexi, her 12th win of the year. And looking good. She's on a roll here. 3 wins in a row. And the mile this afternoon, 2:04 and 2. It's Freestone Lexi delivering once again this week as the favorite, and she wins it. 2:04 and 2. And the starters for the 10th behind the gate, Young Bro Fancy. And Lonnie Stokes, Mr. Varbo, Wayne Hubbard. $1 Million Down, Steve Mason. Then Pitbull Hanover, Stephen Trites, Yankee Anthem, and Todd Trites. Magnetic Banca, Gilles Barrio, Roy Alcott. And driver Bo Sowers. A field of 7, top class of the afternoon. And lots of early speed in here. Here they come. They're off and pacing, going for the lead on the inside. Young Bro Fancy going for it. Then on the outside, driving, that's Pitbull Hanover around the turn. Then way wide, that's Yankee Anthem driving up to third as they make their way past the opening 8th. Then $1 Million Down back in 4th. Mr. Varbo 5th, Magnetic Banca. And trailing the field, Roy Alcott. We got a battle up front. And Stokes on the inside. And Yankee Anthem now takes over. And Young Bro Fancy racing second, 29 and 2. Yankee Anthem, and she had to work to get to the lead here for Trites, now out by 2. Then racing second, Young Bro Fancy. Back in third, Pitbull Hanover outside. Here comes last week's top class winner, $1 Million Down. He's moved to the outside from 4th. Then racing 5th. Off the pylons comes Magnetic Banca. Then it's back to the 2 trailers, Roy Alcott and Mr. Varbo trails halfway home. And they were there 59 and 3, and they're moving right along in this class. Yankee Anthem is out by a length and a quarter, $1 Million Down. At her wheel now, driving second, Magnetic Banca, and he's a closer third today and driving up. Then racing 4th to the outside, Pitbull Hanover. Then racing 5th, Young Bro Fancy. Then the 2 trailers now, Mr. Varbo and Roy Alcott, $1 Million Down, and he was red hot last week, and he's got the lead. 3/4 in 1:30 and 3 around the turn, and it's $1 Million Down. Magnetic Banka on the outside, coming to call second. Pitbull Hanover is racing third, an eighth of a mile to go. $1 Million Down, not for long though. Magnetic Banka has taken over. It's Magnetic Banka drawing away, and a big win for him. Magnetic Banka, $1 Million Down, Pitbull Hanover, and the time for the mile, 2:01 and 3. Mile 2. Back to the winner circle now. Winner of race 10. Our top class of the day goes to 6. Magnetic Banka. He's an 8-year-old son of Happy Family. Out of the Tyler B mare, Magic Puff. Owned by Ray Frazier of Moncton, trained and driven by Gilles Barriot. Magnetic Banka picks up his 9th win and his 30th start this season. Goes over 10,000 in earnings this year. And the mile, quickest of the day, 2:01 and 3. Dusty Lane Oscar and Todd Trites, Ocean Pacific and Sam Hodgen. Shady Martin, Stephen Trites, Promises moves into post 4, and Lonnie Stokes. Satan's Little Number, Rick Armstrong, post 5, and then the outside post 6 now is Port Hill Friendly and Gilles Barriot. Field of 6, Ari Zandrew is scratch as well. Here they come. They're off and pacing, and a good start to the inside. Dusty Lane Oscar, Shady Martin on the outside. He is getting in gear early on, and he looks for the lead around the turn. Dusty Lane Oscar. Then Shady Martin on the outside second. Sitting third, Promises. Getting away Satan's Little Number in 4th. Then racing back in 5th as they move to the opening quarter. That's Port Hill Friendly and trailing Ocean Pacific. And the Trites brothers are going to duke it out here to the opening quarter. And Trites parks his brother here, 29 seconds. And it's Dusty Lane Oscar, Shady Martin. Now in the 2-hole. Then back in 3rd is Promises. Satan's Little Number from 4th. Port Hill Friendly 5th. And Ocean Pacific far back at this point, 3/8 of the mile in, led by Dusty Lane Oscar, Shady Martin in the 2-hole. Then racing back in 3rd at the cones, that's Promises. Then racing back 4th, Satan's Little Number, Port Hill Friendly is a closer 5th. They were by the half. In a minute flat, Ocean Pacific, and he's gaining ground with every stride, but he still trails 6th as they move to the 3/8. Dusty Lane Oscar still has the lead. Shady Martin on the outside, and they're neck and neck again and doing battle. Dusty Lane Oscar on the inside, Shady Martin outside, then racing 3rd inside, Promises. Port Hill Friendly, this might work out for her well as she tips out 3 wide from 4th and going on, and she is now 2nd. It's Dusty Lane Oscar, Port Hill Friendly on the outside, 3/4 1, 31 and 4, and some big fractions here by Dusty Lane Oscar. Port Hill Friendly on the outside, they're in deep stretch. Dusty Lane Oscar, and Trites is going to get win 199. He's 1 away from 200, and Port Hill Friendly gets the deuce, and the time for the mile, 2:03, and it's Dusty Lane Oscar and 199 for Trites. And behind the gate now, led by PH Catman, Steve Treitz. Valid Appeal and Mark Haig, Loose Town, Mike Downey. Talking about my boy and Todd Treitz. Island Eagle, Gilles Barrio and OB Viking. Chris Davies, Field of 6, Ryan's Fancy Out. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Valid Appeal, a quick start from the inside. Then way outside, OB Viking from post 6. He fires out of there and is looking for a spot on the outside. At this point, he's second and looking to drive on. OB Viking, he's going to be dangerous if he can get the lead, and he's got it here. And young Davies puts the hammer down, and he's got the lead here. Up the backside, Valid Appeal is racing second. Then third, PH Catman. Loose Town was fourth. Talking about my boy, an Island Eagle. And that opening quarter, 30-1, OB Viking right down the choo-choo here for Davies. And he's out by about 6. Valid Appeal is racing second as Davies is playing Catch Me If You Can in the finale here this afternoon. Opening up about 10 on them here as they approach the half. Racing second, Valid Appeal. Then third, PH Catman. Racing fourth to the outside, Loose Town. Then Island Eagle, he's got a ways to go. Talking about my boy, they were by the half, 59-4, OB Viking. Then Valid Appeal, PH Catman on the outside. Loose Town gapped out in fourth. Island Eagle gapped out fifth and trailing. Talking about my boy, onto the 3/4 they go, and he shot out of the cannon today right to the top, and he's trying to hang on here, OB Viking, but PH Catman is sneaking up on him now, and he's matching strides with the leader. 132 past the 3/4, OB Viking, and he's tough to get by. He's got the lead. PH Catman is racing second. Then third inside with an 1/8 of a mile to go, Valid Appeal. Then Loose Town on the outside, deep stretch, OB Viking. And as we mentioned early, if he gets the lead, he's tough, and he's going to win it here. And young Davies, a nice aggressive drive on OB Viking. And he wins it here in a big long shot. How about 20-1 odds on him? And the time for the mile, 2:02-1. And the rookie, Chris Davies, lights him up here with OB Viking. OB Viking springing off the gate early. And Chris Davies brings him back to the winner's circle here in race number 12. And he's a 8-year-old classy veteran, but Keystone Raider. The RKP mare, Debbie Spartan. Owned by Chris and Joanne Davies. Chris handles the training and the driving chores of this pacer. And we've had a lot of horses this season in double digits in wins. And this fella's another one. 13 wins on the season. And Chris has his 14th driving win of the season this year. And our pending rookie of the year, Chris Davies. And he fires OB Viking out of there today, and they weren't catching him. Time for the mile, 2:02-1. An impressive trip. OB Viking here.